You're watching the Movie Dogs. We bark about the movies and nothing but the movies. Welcome to the Doghouse. We take a bite out of the movies. Subscribe to the Movie Dogs and become part of our film-loving community. Hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell for updates. See you in the next review.
United Commercial Drywall Incorporated. The absolute best that Seattle has to offer, ladies and gentlemen. Excellence cannot even describe the quality of work that they give. And the word impossible is not even in their vocabulary, folks. There's no such thing as a giant task. You wanted the best, ladies and gentlemen. You got it. Right here, United Commercial Drywall Incorporated. Look them up on the World Wide Web.
Your host, Joshua Church.
Hey everybody, so continuing on in our 1980s week here on Movie Dogs, I'm going to talk about another one of my favorites and a weird, trippy movie by our eternal friend John Carpenter, Big Trouble in Little China. So this is one of those movies. It is super trippy and very, very odd. So it was one of those scripts that was bounced around Hollywood that was originally supposed to be a Western set in the 1880s. And it was supposed to be this whole thing with the Chinese uprisings in San Francisco and stuff. And it was supposed to be a little bit more, still fantastical, but still a little bit more grounded and historical. So originally it was shopped around. Eventually it was like, we should probably switch this and make it more of a modern thing. And so they changed the setting, the time period, and all of that. And then John Carpenter came on because John Carpenter had always wanted to do a martial arts movie. And he had kind of done, because Carpenter is a man of many genres. He's done a lot of different, films. So he, decided to do this movie. And you could tell, it's got all the Carpenter vibes and you know, the music and just so much going on. But the thing that makes this movie, I guess, a little extra fun, it definitely hit at the right point where people were starting to, you know, get curious and interested in Asian culture and want to know a little bit more about that. So you were able to cast some Asian actors, able to bring James Hong in there to play Lo Pan. You know, you're able to bring, you know, Dennis Dunn in to play Wang Chi. And the fun thing about this movie was that it flips the narrative a bit, where usually in these kinds of movies you have the white protagonist in a culture that he's not used to, and he's the hero, right? Jack Burton, played by Kurt Russell, isn't the hero. He's kind of a fool. He is the guy who thinks he's the hero. He's all swagger and, you know, going, I'm Jack Burton and I'm here to save the day. Just point me towards this stuff and I'll stop it. And it's just, he's the guy who falls down. He's the guy who, like, walks into a pole after he says that, you know? Like, he walks around with the lipstick on his face for, like, a portion of the movie. It's friggin' hilarious. And you had all these really great actors. Kim Cattrall, who would later be big in Sex and the City, and one of my favorites, Mannequin, which I know you hear that, you go, what? You like Mannequin? Yeah, I like Mannequin. It was fun, but whatever. But but it just has all these great actors in it. To me, the standout is James Hong, just because Lo Pan is so fun, and he got to play like two versions of Lo Pan. You know, you got to play the old man in the wheelchair who's just like can't barely move and talk or whatever, and then he gets to play this like mystical Lo Pan, who's this like, you know, ooh, the green eyes, and, you know, his little nails crossing each other and doing magic and all that, and just chewing the scenery up and having a blast. And as a kid, I remember thinking, you know, had the one guy playing like a Raiden character, so it was kind of fun. So it was like, hey, it's kind of like watching a Mortal Kombat movie. But like, it's a perfectly 80s movie. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's completely bonkers, completely unhinged, very fun. You know, there's stuff that happens that you go, like, if I'm watching this, and I've done this many times, like watch this with my wife or my friends, and then they go, why'd that guy blow up? And you go, I don't know. Because it was fun. I don't know. He just blew up. Why'd he do that? I don't know. so they can make the makeup to make him blow up. I don't know. It's just there because it is. It's not. There's a ton of stuff like that. There's the weird eyeball thing. It's just there. There's the werewolf monster thing. It's just there. Like, there's a ton of stuff like that where you're just like getting a window into this weird world, this fantastical world. It's almost like a dimension. It's all, you know, Chinese mythology and stuff, and super weird, but fun. And I think that the reason why it works for me anyway is that Jack Burton's your window into that world, and he's just a bumbling guy who's in the middle of this because he came to talk to a friend, and then the friend was like, I need to get my fiance and she's kidnapped, and okay, yeah, cool, I'll go with you. You know, it's like, it's shenanigans. It's full of random shenanigans, but it's just shot well, and it's fun, and the performances are good, and so you can't help but just go, okay, yeah, that was, I mean, I know it underperformed like crazy. Like, it wasn't well received. I know they were trying to push it out because Golden Child was going to come out, the Eddie Murphy one, and it was very similar in the fact that it was Asian culture and all that, and fantastical and all that. And just like Hollywood tended to do, they were like, we're competing. Two similar ideas trying to come out at the same time. Can we get it out first? Can we get it out second? And I think it was just, when this came out, it was too weird, right? For theatrical, like, viewership. But this movie, like most 80s classics, once it hit home video and got to the you know, various mom and pop video shops all over the country, well, at that point, you gotta understand, it's pre-internet era. You didn't know sometimes. And so if you didn't catch an ad for movies, and sometimes didn't even know the movie was coming out, and all of a sudden you hit the video store and you go, oh, cool, it's a John Carpenter movie. Oh, cool, Kurt Russell. Like, what's that? It's cool and Asian and crazy. Yeah, sure, I'll rent it. And so it got like this cult classic following. It just became bigger. I mean, and honestly, that's really the shelf life of most John Carpenter movies, too. But not all of them were big theatrical hits. Most of them came about later. And the internet, or not the internet, but the video store culture kind of drove the success of it. So it's one of those movies that you say, hey man, have you seen that? You go, man, you haven't seen that? Oh man, you got to see it. It's crazy. It's like you got like Shang Tsung in the movie basically, and it's like cool. All right, I want to see it. So it's just one of those movies that kind of became, required viewing if you were just gonna watch some crazy thing with your friends and laugh about some of the shenanigans in the movie. And of course the final set piece is really cool with all this like 80s neon on all these like crazy skull like statues and crazy stuff all over the place. It's super duper fun. And I mean really the entire thread line of the movie with all the various stuff they were doing was a lot of fun. But it's just one of those movies that I just enjoy watching. And I love it for its subversion of, going like, oh, Kurt Russell's the hero. No, he's not. I love it for Lopan and his completely unhinged, acting of, James Hong just kind of diving in. You have his friend Wang just being completely awesome, being the hero of everything throughout the whole thing. But it's just kind of, it's Jack's story, so it feels like, oh, he's the side character, but he's not. Super cool. Just one of those fun movies. I'm glad that it never got like a sequel because it really didn't need it. I'm glad nothing's ever tried to be like it because it also is just one of those things that's just never going to be topped as far as just the complete unhinged weirdness of it all. But to me, it's one of my favorite Carpenter movies. I do love watching it. It screams 80s. It's just like a 1980s nightmare film, but super fun. If you haven't watched it, then man, come on, man, what are you doing? You gotta watch that movie. It's super weird. You should totally watch it. If you have watched it, tell us what you think about it. But yeah, man, we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about for 80s week, so I can't wait to do another one of these. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out the Movie Dog Show and for, paying attention to us in any way. But we appreciate the heck out of it. And, we got a lot more stuff coming, so tune in. I'll see you soon. Appreciate you guys. See you at River Monster Comics if you come by. If I don't, then I'll see you here on YouTube. Peace. Hey, like and subscribe. Be sure to check out more of the content on the Movie Dogs channel. All the reviews and cool remarks and cool guests like me, Josh Church, the owner of River Monster Comics. We are in Denellen, Florida, so if you're ever in the area, come by and check out the shop. Get some cool nerd stuff, comics, pops, toys, whatever. And swing by and just have some cool conversations about movies and all things pop culture. We appreciate you. See you soon.